Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. It is my joy to speak with you. Right now in popular culture, it's quite common to hear the word narcissism. People identify others as being narcissistic and looking at the damage that a narcissist can do if you're in a relationship with one. But I want to examine that a little bit more closely. Narcissism has to do with an obsession with the self, but it's the small self, the illusory self, the ego self. Every conversation, every action is always seen in terms of looking good, dominating others, getting what you want. The people around you, even though you may think you love them, are just manipulandum, little chess pieces to be moved around a table for your own purposes. Many narcissists are able to achieve great things on this plane. But I want you to consider that what one might consider strength is actually weakness. It takes great strength to examine yourself, to look at the places when you were less than loving, to look at the effects of your words and your actions on others, to take that in lovingly and forgive oneself for those actions. That takes tremendous strength. I know that the narcissist seems like they have a huge ego, but it's really it's really weakness masquerading as strength. When they try to be humble, they want credit for that. They really can't fathom what humility is without bringing up humiliation. So the meek seem like the weak, people to be criticized and put down. When I said the meek shall inherit the earth, what I meant was the meek are those who don't have any presumptions about their ego greatness, but are willing to humbly ask for help, ask for guidance. And they're able to defer to something larger than themselves, their little self, and join with their Father as one. On the surface, they will appear meek, but these are the strongest people anywhere. The ones who ask for guidance and whenever they can, follow it. While it's easy to see the damage that a narcissistic person can do, when you think about it, it's just the extreme glorification of the ego. When you're identified with your ego, of course you're narcissistic. You think this little self is the center of the universe. This is the gnat shouting into the wind. I am in charge here. We all have a little bit of narcissism in us. We're all a little bit selfish, self-centered when we identify with the ego. That's all it is. It's kind of like the ego on steroids. But this is not a person to be hated, nor a person to be indulged. It's a person to be loved, because that is kind of a burlesque version of yourself when you identify with the ego. That's what you're seeing. Love that person. And do not let yourself be manipulated by them. But know that the only way to claim your true strength is to identify with something much larger, much stronger, much more loving, much wiser than your narcissistic self. That's the voice for God. That's the voice of the Holy Spirit. That's who you really are. When you focus on that, it's easy to forgive. For you see that there's nothing to forgive, because nothing really happened other than a silly dream taken too seriously. Let yourself relax into the love that is everywhere around you, within you, and coming through you. Open the door to the messages of your heart and express that love wherever you go. You'll be much less concerned with looking good, what other people think, what you think, and much more in touch with how wonderful it feels to be the threshold over which love is expressed. I appreciate you for opening up to me, to love, to God. And I'll speak with you.